Well, today I'm on a beautiful 420 acre farm that I have listed. I have 3 separate small parcel listings all on this farm. And each one has its own attributes, features, and benefits that make it all slightly different. And when I set up the price on these properties, I took into account a term that we use in the real estate industry called highest and best use. Each property is unique, each property has its own uses, and therefore it has a different price. Today we're going to talk about that term and why it's important to you as a seller if you're establishing a price on your property. Today we're going to talk about highest and best use. I hope you find this interesting. Well, property number 1. I'm standing on this property. It's about 70 acres in total. And as you can see, they're used in a row cropping corn soybean rotation, but also has a little bit of timber on the edges of this valley, but predominantly this is an agricultural property. Now obviously it can be growing soybeans and corn, but this might also be a great ranch. Maybe somebody needs a little bit more open ground for horses, or perhaps they want a dog kennel out here and they're looking to run their dogs and they're not so much into the farming or the timber. Either way, they're looking for a property that's a little bit more open than a wooded recreational property, and as such, this has more value. It's currently in a corn soybean rotation. It's currently a mainly farming property, and hence I'm going to give it a sale price or a list price that takes into the highest and best use, which is farming. I'm not going to forget the fact that the future buyer may want to build a home or a small ranch, do a little hunting, but for right now, this property's highest best use is farming. Okay, now we've drove around to the other end of the farm. We're on site number 2. We feel the highest and best use of this is going to be a hunting camp or perhaps a residential home built on this site right here. We've got utilities in the front. We could easily have a driveway come up. We could get a well, septic. Everything is going to work perfect right here. And as such, we've priced it slightly higher. The highest and best use of this property is probably for someone that's going to come out of the cities, Minneapolis, St. Paul area, come out in the country and build their dream home. Highest and best use on this spot is building your dream home in the country. Hey, Lucy, go get it. All right, we're on segment number 3. This is the 3rd parcel on this 420 acre farm, and it's geared all towards hunting. It's got some great upgrades. You can see Lucy's coming out of this pond. There's a nice shooting house right there, a great drink hole for the deer, timber all the way around, but it doesn't have tillable and it doesn't have a building site. So as such, the highest and best use of this property is for hunting. Hey, when you're out looking for your piece of land, think about this term, highest and best use. Evaluate whether the price placed on that property addresses that segment of the consideration factors. Highest and best use is how you have to price a property, and it's got to be for the current use of that property and maybe leaning a little bit towards how it might be used by you. That definitely comes into play. Hey, I'm Neil Hauger, and I'm a land specialist here in Western Wisconsin. I like to be your guy in the business. Hit that subscribe button right down there, or is it over here? I can never tell. I think it's right there. Hit that subscribe button and get notified when these videos come up. If you send me some questions, I'll do my best to answer them because I want to be your guy in the land business. I hope you enjoyed this video, and next time you think about buying your own piece of American land, you'll think of highest and best use. Come on, let's go.